The next comes the invertebrate integument. Okay, students, now I will discuss the type of the integuments in different animals, starting from the protozoans, the single cellular life. If you think of an amoeba, it has a simple plasma membrane. It is as similar as that of the cell membrane that provides a support function to the animal. Although the animal does not have a particular shape, but this plasma membrane keeps the animal confined, their contents confined within that boundary, and it also helps in movement by providing the pseudopores, like that is a mechanism in the movement of the amoeba. When the life evolved further and it becomes the paramecium, they have more specialized and more rugged integument type that is called pellicle. It is the regular arrangement of the microtubules. You see in the figure at the bottom, this is the electron microscope image of the integument of a paramecium called the pellicle. You see many folds and wrinkly surface that provides extra protection and more strength to their integument. As the animal evolved, their integument evolved further, and we move in the next slide and see that most of the invertebrates, they have more thicker integument, having specialized epidermal cells that are elongated and have many other functions, including some glandular cells, provision of the cilia for the sensory receptions, some other cells providing the mucus support, providing the mucus to lubricate the outer surface of the animal. And some of the invertebrates have specially secreted non-cellular cuticle over the epidermis, that is for the added protection. You know, the nematodes, they have a cuticular layering on top of the epidermal cell. Similarly, you see the insects, they have very specialized sclerotized membrane, sclerotized covering on their skin. So we will discuss in the next slides. So mollusks is the next example where the epidermis has become more specialized. Although the animal is soft-bodied and delicate, but it has a specialized function of the mucus glands, which secrete calcium carbonate on their skin and provides that hardened shell for the extra protection. Squids, octopus have a more complex integument consisting of a cuticle than a simple epidermis and thicker layer of the connective tissue and the layer of iridocytes. Right? There you see an example which we discussed in the function of the epidermis or the function of the integument, that they have color producing cells or reflecting cells in the integument. By that they glow in the dark, they produce specific light patterns to attract their prey or to attract their mate. So the arthropods have more complex integument that provides protection as well as skeletal support. You know, from the arthropods, the integument is becoming very much specialized to provide locomotion. It is hardened structure which has many joints and flexible membrane within those joints to provide free movement of the limbs and the body parts. The single layer epidermis exists on the body, and then it secretes a complex cuticle on top of that. Cuticle is a specialized protein non-living structure which is made up of chitin. So that chitin layer has basically two parts, the procuticle and epicuticle. The procuticle is the layer of the chitin that is made up of polysaccharides and proteins. It is thicker part. And then epicuticle on the top is on the top of the procuticle, which is thinner part, has protein and lipid composition to provide waterproofing and barrier for water losses. In this diagram on the right, you see that bluish cells are the basal membrane or the epidermis cells. On top of that, the light orangish and orangish layers, these are the procuticle, that provides major structural support to provide rigid outer wall of the body. And then on top of that, the thin dark layer is called the epicuticle, that provides the waterproofing or lamination of the skin. So arthropod cuticle may remain tough but flexible as in many small crustaceans and insect larvae, or it may become hardened. आपने कभी नोटिस किया होगा, लार्वे देखे होंगे, दे आर वेरी सॉफ्ट बॉडीड, राइट. सो अगर आप उनको टच भी करें तो उनकी स्किन पंक्चर हो जाती है एंड दे बिकम डेड. But if you see beetles, they have very hard skin, hard integument that does not allow easy puncturing of the body. So this is the process. It is the same composition, but due to some mechanism they become hardened. That mechanism is called sclerotization. Sclerotin is a specialized protein which is present in the cuticle. Once it becomes fused with the different molecules in a crisscross arrangement, it becomes hardened. So during the life cycle of the insects, when they mold from larvae to pupae and pupae to adult, the sclerotization increases, and when they become adult, they attain the hardened surface of the integument. Similarly, decapods or the crustaceans, they secrete calcified tissues, calcified material made up of calcium carbonate. So they deposit the calcium carbonate in the procuticle to harden it.